So, hello everybody, we are live again. I'm not sure there's anyone in here. YouTube can be very difficult like that at times. Okay, it's great to be with you all anyway, so I'm going to start this in a second. Let's see if anyone comes in. Wow, I'm totally amazed. So yeah, here I do believe here come people. So hi all. Okay, anyway, let's do the okay, that's better. Hi Aman, hi Nadia. So next stream is on Thursday, which will be the 20th of February. Hi Oksana, hi Julia. Okay, this looks better now. Hi Vandana, yes. So next stream's on Thursday, which is the 20th of February at 3:30 p.m. UK time. And hi to Tyfor as well, so that's good. We've got some people in now, that's better. So we were doing this article about an asteroid that may or may not hit Earth, probably not. And all you've got to do is choose the right words to go in the gaps. So here we go. But it is much more likely that YR4, the name of the asteroid, would fall into the ocean, or a remote, long way off, retired off part of the planet. Okay, so here we go. Yes. Remote for Oksana and remote for Julia. Off part for Aman. Remote for Nadia. So, well, first here, an off part. Firstly, Aman, you're going to need an N for Anne here. An off. It can't be. A remote part for Tyfor as well. A retired. Retired talks about a person. Yeah? I'm getting old. I should retire, but I'm not going to. Way off. Long way off. So, I don't know. From here, America is a long way off. Hi, Vitali. So, a remote part, as you all said. F3. A remote part of the planet. And remote, yes, that's it. So it's too far away from Earth, and there are too many uncertainties at this stage to determine where a potential impact could occur in the unlikely incident, event, occasion, result of a collision. Okay, this is a collocation. This is a collocation. In the... so Aman says event. Oksana goes for event. Hi there, Dawit. Dawit goes for event as well. Event for Julia. Okay, so in the it goes. Nadia says event as well. In the unlikely incident, it's not an incident. I'm sorry, Typhel. In the unlikely incident, in the unlikely event, says Vandana. So, on the unlikely occasion, as perhaps the unlikely result of a collision, but in the unlikely event, this is a collocation, this is something you need to know. In the unlikely event that this happens, it means it could happen, but it's not very probable. Okay. Since early January, astronomers have been using telescopes to calculate the asteroid's size and trajectory more precisely, absolutely, rightly, actually. Hi Reynard, lovely to see you, welcome. Julia goes for precisely. So to calculate the asteroid's size and trajectory more precisely for Dawit, precisely for Aman, precisely for Oksana, precisely for Renyard, precisely for Nadia. More rightly. No, rightly doesn't work. You rightly say that this is unfair. More accurately, yes, accurately would definitely fit Renyard. Precisely for Vandana and accurately for Oksana, yes. More actually, no, more precisely, very definitely. And continue. Okay. YR4 is now rated at a level 3 out of 10 on the Torino Impact Hazard Scale. A close encounter that sanctions, supports, certifies, warrants attention from astronomers and the public. Okay, a close encounter that sanctions attention, that supports attention, that certifies attention, that warrants attention from astronomers and the public. So Dawit goes sanctions. Oksana goes for warrants. Aman goes for certifies. That's great. 3 different answers. I love it. Let's see what the rest of you say. Warrants for Nadia. Supports for Renyard. And we've had all 4 of them. So Oksana says, I've never heard this warrants attention, but the others look even less likely to fit. Hi Patricia, all warrants for Patricia. Typhoon goes for warrants. Julia goes for supports. Vandana goes for warrants. Okay, here. Could we say guarantees attention? No. You can't say guarantees attention. Deserves would be the word I would use. And there's another word I'd use, but it comes later. Is worthy of. Needs. Good word, Dawit. Okay, so to certify is to guarantee that something is true. I certify that this student's English is level C2. To support attention from astronomers. No, because it's not supporting. To sanction is to give somebody permission to do something. I suppose it could work metaphorically, but no. To warrant. To warrant is the right word. It was a very good guess, Oksana. Okay, to warrant, to deserve. This warrants closer attention. This warrants investigation. Demands attention. Yes, I would say demand. Deserves, is worthy of, is worth attention. To warrant is a verb that warrants looking up in the dictionary. Okay, this this grammar structure warrants 5 minutes. Merits. Thank you, Vitali. Very good. Okay, to warrant, to merit, to deserve. A collision is only certain when it reaches 8, 9 or 10, with the numbers rising in line with the damage probable, foreseen, likely, feasible to be caused. A collision is only certain when it reaches 8, 9 or 10, with the numbers rising in line with the damage probable to be caused, foreseen to be caused, likely to be caused, feasible to be caused. So, likely for DeWitt, likely for Vitali, likely for Oksana, likely for Aman, likely for Renyard, likely for Julia, likely for Nadia. I think that's very likely to be the right answer. Probable to be caused, likely to Vandana, and likely for Nadia. The damage that will probably be caused. The damage foreseen without this to be caused. Feasibly to be caused. No. In line with the feasible damage. I think you could use feasible damage. Likely for Patricia. So with the feasible damage, with the damage that could feasibly be caused. Could feasibly be caused. With the damage that could feasibly be caused. Likely, definitely. Hi, Ollie, Annie. Likely, yes, definitely. Likely. Likely to be caused. Likely plus an infinitive. Likely to happen is a very, very common structure. When asteroids are initially planned, calculated, measured, studied to have a small probability of hitting the Earth, that impact probability usually drops to 0 after additional observations. Calculated for DeWitt. When asteroids are initially planned, calculated, measured, studied to have a small probability of hitting the Earth. Calculated for Renyard, calculated for Aman. Okay, calculated for Vitali. Planned, it's like somebody is controlling it. Yeah, calculated for Julia. Studied, no. But studied to have a small probability, Oksana. When study initially shows that it's got to be calculated and measured to have. No, it's calculated because they do lots of calculations. Are initially calculated to have. This happened in 2004. When an asteroid called Apophis was calculated to have a 2.7% chance of striking Earth in 2029. Further observations ruled out, disqualified, deleted, recanted, estimated, are initially estimated to have. Estimated would work very well, Oksana, definitely. Calculated, well done, Patricia. Ruled out, says Vitali for this one. Ruled out, says Renyard. Ruled out for Oksana. Aman says ruled out. DeWitt says ruled out. Julia says ruled out. Typhor says ruled out. Our further observations. Ruled out for Nadia. Disqualify. If you drink too much and go driving your car, you have you're disqualified from driving. A runner could be disqualified for cheating. Deleted. This is the delete button in your computer. And to recant is to change your mind about something. To recant your a religion, or to recant an idea. Let's see. Galileo said that the Earth went round the sun, and the Catholic Church said that if he didn't recant, change what he'd said and say, I'm sorry, I was wrong, then he would be excommunicated, ruled out. Well done, Patricia. To recant is to go back to the position that you had before, to change back to a previous position. So maybe if I said disqualified's the answer, no, and then I recant and say, well, actually, no, I was wrong. It was ruled out. So to recant is like changing your opinion. Okay. Any object that may be more than 50 meters wide and has a greater than 1% chance of hitting the Earth leads, drives, incites, triggers a set of precautionary measures. Estimated would be fine for the previous. Yes, it would be perfectly good, Patricia. The only thing left is an asteroid hitting the Earth. We hadn't had enough bad news lately. It's not gonna hit for another 20 years at least, Nadia. Hi, Nad. Lovely to see you. So Vitali says triggered. Oksana says triggers. Aman says triggered. So does Nad. Triggers for Renya. Triggers for Julia. Triggers for Typhoon. It's about the possibility of an asteroid hitting the Earth now. Insights, says Jack. Triggers, says Nadia. Can provokes fit? Provokes a set of precautionary measures. I guess provokes can fit. I'm not very happy with it. It's on the edge of being okay. Because for me, normally to provoke is to try to make somebody angry. The bullfighter waves a red cloth at the bull to provoke it. Vandana says leads. Initiate methods. That's a good word. Triggers, says Patricia. Triggers, not leads. Okay, that looks better. It leads to a set of precautionary measures. Drives. No. Incites. To incite is to make somebody angry. Or to get them to do something wrong. Go on, do it. Go on, smash the window. Go on. To incite somebody to do something that is wrong. Incitement to violence. To incite somebody to fight. Yeah, but no, to trigger, to initiate, to start, to make begin. Incite, egg on, absolutely. Yes, exactly. Very good, Aman. To incite, to egg on. These are to ensure. Insight's always about negative things. Yes. Sets off is very good. Sparks as well would work. These are to ensure that the threat, however tiny, is closely monitored, and if necessary, steps are taken to reverse, nullify, overturn, abolish, revoke it. Incite is like starting a fire, yes. Reverse, says Dawit. Nullify, says Nan. Vitali says reverse. Incite an insurrection. Yeah, you would be good at that, Patricia. Reverse, says Julia. Reverse, says Typhoon. Nullify, says Aman. Jack says revoke. Oksana says nullify. Nadia says nullify. Vandana says overturn. Okay, this is a great one. Okay, let's look at some of these. Let's look at revoke, because nobody's looked at it. So to revoke is if you give an order and then you revoke it. Nad says nullified because the possibility, the chance. you have a law or a rule and you revoke it, you cancel it. I guess you could probably even you could revoke a position, or revoke a product, to call back, to abolish. Reverse is 180-degree direction change. You abolish a law. You overturn a decision. So the judge overturned the guilty verdict. So we're now down to reverse and nullify. To reverse a threat or to nullify a threat. I think nullify is much better than reverse. Okay, to make zero. To reverse the threat. It's as Nad says, the possibility, the chance. Nullify, to render it ineffective. Very good, Aman. It depends on the nature of the insurrection. To prevent, yeah. Prevent is a good word, Rainyard. The first stage is to activate 2 UN confirmed, consented, endorsed, justified asteroid reaction groups. Make zero, nullify. So, here we go. Oksana goes for endorsed. Vitali goes for endorsed. Dawit goes for confirmed. Nad goes for confirmed. Julia goes for endorsed. Nadia goes for endorsed. Okay, well, firstly, I like this unendorsed. Consented for Jack, endorsed by Vandana, backed up by, yes, Snarf, backed up by. So, firstly, asteroid reaction groups. That's a noun structure. Consented. So, my boss consented. Firstly, I don't think we use consented, Typhor, as an adjective. He consented to my proposal. He consented to give me a week's holiday. Justified. Your action is justified. It's reasonable. It's just. It's something that is okay. Confirmed. UN endorsed. UN approved. UN concerned. No. Okay, UN endorsed. To endorse is to say these people are good at their job. We back them. We support them. We think that this is the one that you should be using. Learning words together as a collocation is the best way to learn English. I quite agree with you, Dawit. You need to learn collocations. Pass the QA tests. Yes, that's the quality approval test. That's very good, Snarf. So, endorsed. UN sanctioned. Yes, sanctioned definitely works here this time, Aman. To endorse is to support something, to say it's the right thing. So I endorse Dawit's comment about learning collocations. To support, to back up. Whoops. The International Asteroid Warning Network, IAWN, throned, benched, seated, chaired by NASA, and the Space Mission Planning Advisory Group, SMPAG, throned, benched, seated, chaired by the European Space Agency. Endorsed, absolutely, Patricia. Perfect. So, chaired for Vitali, chaired for Oksana, chaired for Julia. Shared for both. Yes, it's both are the same. They're both the same, Jack. So chaired, says Renyard. The print is tiny. Let me try and make it one bigger. Let's try that, Patricia. It might be too big for other things. Okay, benched is out. Benched is no good. Yeah, benched is out of service. So if you bench somebody, you put them on the bench. Chaired, the chairman. You bench the bad player. You bench somebody for benched is to do with sports. Throned is where the king is. Seated is to do with where you sit. Chaired, it's the chairman. The chairman. Hi, Nishta. Great to see you, Nishta. Is chaired, the chairman, the group in charge. Chaired. Okay. The Space Agency. The SMPAG is having a series of meetings this week to regulate, determine, govern, control its next steps. So Nad says regulate, Dawit says determine, Oksana says determine, Vitali says determine, Nishfa says determine, Aman says determine, Renyard says determine, Typhoon to regulate, Nadia says to regulate. So let's see. To control its next steps. No. They're not controlling them. Develop, work out, decide. Yes, Oksana. Regulate, says Julia. Determine, says Snarf. Vandana says determine. To work out, says Vitali. Definitely. Regulate means to make rules for its next steps. To determine, says Patricia. So determine is the right answer. Determine is decide. Regulation is talking about making rules. To figure out, says Vitali. Good. Because to regulate is to make rules about, to make laws and regulations about. But what they want to do is they want to determine them. They want to find out, determine, calculate, work out. And this is the one that doesn't fit, isn't it? Oh, it does. It's okay. So, it has already concluded that it is too early to take immediate action, but said that it would monitor the growth, change, alteration, evolution, adaptation. The other you do after you determine, yes. Said that it would monitor the growth, change, alteration, evolution, adaptation of impact threat, and possibly knowledge about the size closely. So, growth for Vitali, growth for Julia, growth for Oksana, alteration for Aman, growth for Dawit, evolution for Snarf, growth for Nad, the change of impact threat, alteration. So which word fits best, Oksana? The scale of the impact threat. the change in impact threat. Evolution says Typhoon. Patricia says Typhoon. Which fits best, Snarf? The alteration. Alteration, no. It would fit the alteration. These things evolve over time. That sounds very good to me, Snarf. Don't change and alteration mean the same? Yes, they do, Renyard. So Oksana says growth fits best. The growth of the threat, but firstly, we don't know if it's going to grow. The problem is, it said maybe it will hit, maybe it don't. It won't. And growth is saying that it will only get bigger and bigger and bigger, and therefore growth is not the right word. Yeah, the threat can grow or diminish, but we don't know that it's going to grow. It's going to grow. The change of impact, the evolution. Evolution, sound off. Okay, it's evolution. It's the way it changes. Okay. Change is safe. Evolution, because the evolution, the way it changes over time. A threat causes change or alteration. Change would fit, but evolution is a nicer word. The change in impact threat, but the evolution of it, the way it evolves. Yes. Okay, this one is a very difficult question. The way it evolves over time. So one more, and then that will be the last. Nuances is absolutely vital in this, Dawit, and it requires a very deep understanding of it. Patricia was certain it was evolution. Definitely, Patricia, you get an ice cream because you went for evolution straight away. Another meeting to take decisions on future activities will be held towards the end of April or early May, or earlier, if the evolution of the threat merits, benefits, values, gains it. Merits it, says Vitali. Merits, says Oksana. Values it. Merits it, says Nad. Values, says Dawit. Merit, says Renyard. Merit, says Julia. Merit, says Aman and Snarf. Yeah, Vitali gave away the answer in the beginning. Very good. Exactly. It's a biggie ice cream. Absolutely, Patricia. Merits for Nadia. Merits for Nishtha. Is worthy of. So what was the word we saw earlier? If the evolution of the threat merits it, befits it, is worthy of it. What was the word we saw earlier? Warrants. That's it, Patricia. Merits, warrants. Warrants attention. Warrants it. Good. That's the word to take with you for today. Calls for it. That's a good word as well, Vitali. How big? Jumbo-sized, Patricia. Jumbo-sized ice cream. So, to merit, to warrant, to deserve. Okay, so, I think that's going to be enough for today. To warrant attention. Good, that's great. Just one thing is enough. So, let's see. Next stream. It's great having you. Thank you, Vitali. Thank you, Na. Will be on Thursday, which is the 20th of February at 3:30 p.m. UK time. Thank you for coming. I'm really happy you've learned things, Dawit. Smash the like, as Julia says. Nice to have you, Nishta. Thank you, Nadia. It's a pleasure. It's been a pleasure having you. So let's see. Thank you to Aman and Dawit and Julia and Nadia and Nad and Nishta and Oksana. Thank you to Patricia and Renyard and Snarf and Typhel and Vandana and Vitali. It's been a real pleasure having you all. So I will see you all on Thursday. Oh, that needs to go in big letters. How did so long? So long. I think the idea of so long is let it only be so long. I'll see you in a little bit, a regular fatty patty. So thank you, Renyard. The stream warrants extraordinary attention. Good, warrants. That's the word for today. So long. See you later. Thank you, Snarf. Okay, so take care, all of you, and I hope to see you all on Thursday. So